Hi again, everybody. It's still Thursday, March 18th. It's a beautiful day out. I'm hoping you're getting out and enjoying some of the beautiful sunshine that we've been having. For video two, everybody, what I want to do is I want to just briefly touch on your presentation that you're going to be doing as part of your persuasive assignment. This is the assignment that's due on April the 6th, Tuesday, and it carries a weight of 10%. So this really has got the capability of moving you from a B to an A, from a C to a B, etc. So I really want to make sure that you understand the importance of this assignment, and just I want to go over some of the highlights of chapter 13. Now, if you were with us in the fall and you took COM 140, chapter 13 then would have been discussed at that time. But for those of you that maybe were that winter intake or are out of the business program, just taking one of our courses as a filler, you may not be aware of chapter 13. So I just want to highlight some of the important aspects of doing this presentation on your persuasive assignment, again, due April the 6th. So oral presentations, everybody, chapter 13 starts on page 478. And it goes into a little bit of a case study there. But why do we do oral presentations, everybody? And why do we have to do them? It's a part of business today, and it really reflects on the job that you're doing. You may be called in to do a presentation at a workshop, at a convention. You may be required to do a video presentation as part of an oral report or a briefing. So there's really a lot of opportunities in the work world today for these oral presentations to be done. So I want to stress the importance of it and make sure that you're aware of some of the things that you need to keep in mind for your 5-minute presentation. Now that presentation, everybody, again, is going to highlight the research that you have found when you did your persuasive letter. So what did you find out about the food bank? What did you find out about the SPCA? What did you find out about the women's shelter? And what did you find out about Big Brothers Big Sisters? Okay, so really to highlight the research, 5 minutes is not a long time, everybody. So you need to make sure that you hit on those points right off the bat. So with that being said, let's take a look at some of the highlights here for doing oral presentations, everybody. And I'm on page 480. And they talk about structuring presentations. Now, there's different presentations that you can do depending on the audience that you are going to be presenting to. You can do it either as a logical structure, a narrative structure, everybody, or that formal structure. And I would almost argue that this is going to be some sort of a narrative structure, right? You're telling me a story. You're going to tell me all about your nonprofit organization. When did they begin? What demographic do they represent? What are some of the highlights that those organizations have been a part of? That sort of thing. So you're telling that story. So when you are getting ready to put your oral presentation together, everybody, you're going to be doing it, remember, using your phone, either your iPhone, your smartphone. You could use your laptop to record it. You want to make sure that you are following a certain order. Okay, so you want to have that introduction, you want to have that body of your report, and then you want to have some sort of conclusion where you're wrapping it all up. Now that should sound very familiar to everybody because it's also the part of the writing process, right? That 3-part writing process. So a lot of what we write and a lot of what we speak has that same sort of structure to it, everybody. So please make sure you understand introduction, who your organization is, what do they represent, the body of it, give me some highlights. What is it you've learned about that organization? And then your conclusion where you're going to wrap it all up. Okay, so in saying that, when you're putting a paper together, everybody, you know, we talked about doing an outline. The same sort of format would exist for your oral presentation. So at the bottom of page 482 and top of 483, they give you sort of an outline. What is the structure? What does the framework look like for an oral presentation? And I would suggest that you do something along those lines to help you sort of keep on track and know exactly what it is you are going to be talking about. Okay, so oral communication / oral presentations, part of chapter 13. in the 5-minute presentation, everybody, you really aren't going to have enough time to use any sort of other kind of visual aids like PowerPoint or Prezi or anything like that. This is going to be you presenting the information to me as the highlight of what you have put together. So make sure that you go through that chapter 13, and especially when we're talking about that oral presentations, okay? It's a valuable opportunity, everybody, for you to present your ideas, your thoughts, and that ability to demonstrate the competence that you have. Okay, so I would suggest that you practice. Okay, practice makes perfect. And if we were in a classroom setting, I would have you practice and practice, but we don't have that. So this is our next best course of action. So make sure you practice it, run through it. Time yourself, everybody, because you will be marked on the content and on the timing that you have. So if you take a look at the rubric in Blackboard, you'll see exactly how I am going to be marking you on this presentation. Now, please note as well, too, everybody, there is a section down at the bottom where you are marked on your attire, so what you're wearing. So for this presentation, I would suggest that you make yourself look presentable. So shirt and tie for the gentleman if you're so inclined. Ladies, you know, a sweater, slacks, or a nice shirt and a blazer, something along those lines. If you do not dress appropriately, I will be docking you marks. Okay, I have docked marks in the past for ball caps, for sweatpants. This is a business presentation that you're doing. So let us think of this as, you know, you are potentially going to be applying for a job. So it's going to help you get in the frame of mind of being able to talk, record yourself, and look presentable. Okay, make that effort, everybody, to look the part of that fund developer for either one of those organizations that you have chosen. Okay, these particular videos, once they are completed, everybody, you're going to upload them into YouTube, as I have stated on the instructions. If you don't have a YouTube account, everybody, again, it's free with your My MHC account. You want to set up that account. You're going to upload your video to YouTube, and then you're going to, pardon me, make sure that it is public, and you're going to send me the link so that I can go in and view your presentation. Okay, so chapter 13, everybody, take a look. If you haven't done so and aren't familiar with how to do that, take a look at that oral presentation section. Focus on that narrative, telling me a story, and make sure that you follow that 3-part process, everybody. And that is the end of my video number 2. I do as well have an email that I'm going to send out to you that I received this morning from 2 first-year students that you may very well be familiar with that are running for positions on the student council here at Medicine Hat College. They've asked me to share it with you, so I will send that out to you this morning. And I hope that you all have a great weekend. And I will talk to you live next Tuesday. Take care, everybody. Thanks. Bye-bye.